All right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about natural resources, and particularly in Russia. This is a continuation of last week's lesson where we're talking about non-renewable resources in Siberia. Today we have two objectives. The first objective is the student will be able to explain the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. And our second objective is going to be the student will be able to explain the role of fossil fuels in climate change and compare fossil fuels used by country. So, renewable resources are able to be replaced naturally by the earth. Examples include water, solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectricity or hydroelectricity energy, wood, and biomasses. Make sure that you know these examples because you will be seeing them in your biweekly and in your IAs. So go ahead and highlight them and create index cards for them, please. Non-renewable resources, which is something we already talked about on Friday, but non-renewable resources cannot be replaced naturally by the earth as quickly as they're being used. They take millions of years to form. So again, we have already talked about this, but just remember that non-renewable resources take a very, very long time to create, and renewable resources do not take as long. Some examples include oil, natural gases, and coal. Fossil fuels are found buried beneath the earth and are burned to release energy. Some examples are gasoline, which is burned to run your car. Fossil fuels release harmful carbon dioxide into the air, which can create pollution and has caused climate change. Russia and the United States, also China, are the three largest consumers of fossil fuels in the world. So these three countries consume the majority of the fossil fuels in the entire planet. Energy is something that people have come to depend on in a daily life. We need energy to power our homes, our cars, our phones. Most of the technology that we use today, or most of the things that we use in our daily lives, use some type of energy source. There's a great demand for energy, which are often non-renewable and somewhat scarce. So a lot of these energy sources that we depend on are very scarce, or they're non-renewable. So that means that there's not a lot of them. To supply electricity, many countries use nuclear power, which is a non-fossil fuel source of energy. However, nuclear power can be incredibly dangerous if there is an accident or mistake. Nuclear power reactors can release radiation, which is deadly to humans and can cause cancer. So, nuclear energy, yes, it is very effective. It does create a lot of energy, but it is highly, highly, highly risky. In case there is an accident, like it says in our PowerPoint, it can cause cancer and it can have some devastating effects. This is one of these accidents that have happened. The Chernobyl disaster was the worst man-made environmental disasters in history. Again, not the worst natural disaster, but this was the worst man-made disaster. It happened in Ukraine, which used to be part of Russia. When the nuclear reactor exploded, it caused one of the worst environmental disasters in history. Tomorrow, we're going to dedicate the entire period to learning more about the Chernobyl disaster and what effects it created in that area. This disaster has affected the area and has contaminated the area for hundreds of years, and it has caused increased cancer rates, deformalities in babies and children, as well as environmental dangers. Like I said, tomorrow we're really going to be focusing on what happened in the Chernobyl disaster, what led to it, and what were the effects of it. But just right now, start thinking that this disaster caused a lot of children and babies to be born deformed. A lot of cancer rates increased because of this. So tomorrow we're going to focus a little bit more on it, and so that we can kind of see what were the effects of it. The assignment will be posted in class, so make sure that you guys write down these notes. If you have any questions, please write them down so that you can ask them tomorrow during class. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you need anything, feel free to text me, and I'll be able to help you guys a little bit more. Thank you.